I do apologize. My name is Olivia, and with the previous live, there was a bit of technical issues. So now I'm going to start the show from the beginning. This is about the untold formula to build a thriving business. And if you are looking for a quick fix, get rich scheme, then this video is not for you. If you are looking for these are the 5 things I did to make a $6 a 6-figure business, then this is also not for you. This video, it is about real practical steps that I had to learn, some I had to figure out to build a thriving business. So let's start with the foundation, because every business needs a foundation if you want to flourish. It must be unique to you. Because remember, your business is an extension of you. It's an extension of your values, of your personality. It's an extension of what you believe and what is important to you. So these pillars and these systems that I will talk about, you are free, and I would encourage you to tune and adapt it to suit you. Because remember, the moment you want to separate your business from your personality, that is when you are on the way to, that's the first steps of failing when you build a business. So let's begin. The first, it's the 4 pillars of a business. You have a product or a service or an idea that you want to offer. Your offer must be right. That is the first pillar. Who are you selling it to? And what are you selling? So the who, it's your target market. The what, you must decide. Your offer must be precise, it must be simple, and it must offer value. Saying the cheapest, it doesn't offer value. Saying we are the best, it doesn't offer value. What you want to do is to present an offer to your client that will solve a problem for them. So what are the problems that you have to solve? What are the solutions that you can offer? And you have to make sure, that the thing that I think it's a problem, is it really a problem for my client? Or is it just a perceived problem that I want to create so that I can sell my service or sell my product? So how do you package that offer? The second thing, the second pillar, pricing. You can have the best product, the perfect offer, but if your pricing isn't right, you are not going anywhere. You are not building that business sustainable. Your pricing must reflect the value. That sounds like a very clever marketing, easy cliche that people throw around. Oh, I'll charge what I'm worth. No, my darling, no. First, before you even think of pricing, your offer must be right. And in your pricing, you have to calculate, what is it going to cost me to offer this service or to offer that product? How much, what is your time and your expertise and your knowledge and your skill? What is your solution worth? And this is another thing about pricing. If you are if you are serving a client base where you have to convince them, because that's a mistake that I've made, where I had to convince them this is what I'm worth, then you are in the wrong market. You have to get your pricing right. That is crucial. If you want to know more about pricing, actually tomorrow I'll be doing another video about the pricing strategy and the difference it makes to your business. So then you have your pricing right, your offer is right. Then what do you also need as the third pillar? Your systems. As you when you start your business, you must think in terms of growth. Because very often when you start, it's about survival, right? But once you think in terms of growth, you must also start thinking of the systems that will grow with you. The next thing, mindset. You can have the best systems, great pricing, a great offer, but if your mindset is not right, because when you, oh my gosh, when you run a business, you are guaranteed there will be setbacks along the way. There will be disappointments, broken promises. How are you going to deal with that? Your mindset, it is key. It's where others see a problem, you need to see a solution. Where others see, oh, this is so hopeless, you must ask yourself, what can be done about this? Where others are complaining that, oh my gosh, this is so complicating, I can't do this, I don't understand. You need to ask, how do I simplify this? You must always have that mindset of, how do I make it work? Because to run a business, you are wearing many hats. You become the problem solver. If your team can't solve a problem, then you must be able to look at it and see, how do I solve this? And what do I do about it? The question must always be, what do I do about this? It must be a mindset where you must be able to inspire and motivate yourself, because believe me, those days where you ask yourself, what the hell am I doing? And why? What was I thinking when I started this business? Why did I start it? Why? Those days will come where you will feel undervalued, underappreciated, where you will hate your clients. Oh my gosh, you will hate your clients, you will hate your business, you will just be a ball of negativity. So you need the mindset, and you need a rhythm and a structure, your own personal system, where you get yourself out of that cloud of negativity. So you can dust yourself off again and say, you know what? That client disappointed me, but this is not the end. What did I learn from this? How do I now do it better next time? How do I improve my pricing? How do I make my offer better? How do I improve my systems? You are in a constant state of looking for solutions. So that is the right mindset. So now we've dealt with the pillars. Next, let's look at the systems. You need system number 1. And as an accountant, this is the first thing I encourage my clients. I tell them the document system, right? What do you need to form part of your document system? You need a client system, your marketing system, your documents like your folders, your document system. It's where you put this information, marketing system, client system, financial system, your templates, because, oh my gosh, let me just stop there. To streamline, to make your life easier, to breathe, to do things faster, you need document templates. It must be the foundation of your document system. And then, where are your employee information? You need that as part of your document system. So all of this, it has to be designed, the system. So number 1, your document system. Number 2, you need, I just mentioned it, I keep on mentioning it, and this is close to my heart. And I'm very passionate, and sometimes I get very angry about it, the financial management system. You want to know, how much am I making? You want to know, what am I spending? What are my biggest expenses? You want to be able to project for the next 6 months. These are the possible profits that I can make. You want to be able to you must have a budget of how much coming in, how much going out, and How do I utilize and allocate that money? So that all forms part of your financial management system. And with a financial management system, you need a cash flow system because you must be able to manage your cash to know I have X amount of cash in my business, right? So all of this system, that's number two, it's the financial management system. Number three, also that I keep on referring to, your client management system. You want to be able to communicate with your clients, to talk to them, to follow up. You need an invoicing system so that you must know how much money is coming in, how much money is going out. You need to be able to check up how many, what clients are buying or selling what products. So this all forms part of your client management system, right? It's so nice. Take it from yourself when you are a client, because look, having a business, we serve people and others serve us when we go to their businesses and buy their products and buy their services. So it's so nice when you are a client and you get a nice note or a nice email just of someone like happy birthday, not like a generic one, but happy birthday, Olivia, happy birthday. And, someone saying something personal that you just shared, you just shared with them by the way, which shows that this isn't just a generic email for a happy birthday that they send to 10,000 other people, but someone was saying, happy birthday, Olivia. Um, we are so happy to be part of you building this thriving business that are changing lives. Those little things, that's all part of your client management system, where it helps you to keep in touch and also to structure offers that is irresistible to specific clients. So that's number three. Number four, your marketing system. With marketing, you don't just, and all of what I'm telling you now are the mistakes that I have made. That's why I can talk about it with so much confidence, because I've made these mistakes and I've learned from them. With marketing, right? There are many trends. I remember with TikTok, where everybody was, oh, you must be on TikTok. If you're not on TikTok, your business isn't growing. Before that was, oh, everybody must have a podcast. If you don't have a podcast, you are not marketing properly. Oh, everybody must be on LinkedIn. Oh, no, you must use Facebook. No, you must use YouTube. You must go on Instagram. So you are going to lose your mind if you are trying to be on all these platforms. So your marketing system, it is the foundation of your marketing strategies, your marketing campaign, your content planning, the tracking of your marketing campaign, the tracking of your results. How much money did I put in? How much money did I get out? What platforms actually worked for my business? So your marketing system is the other foundation that you must have in your business. It is non-negotiable. So when it comes to marketing, right? And you choose a platform, choose one platform that you can go and you can study this platform. You understand the ins and outs of this platform. You know how to post. You know what content works, whether it is, say for instance with YouTube, are you going to focus on the YouTube shorts? Are you going to go with lives? Or are you going to upload your videos? Are you going to host podcasts? Or if it comes to Facebook, are you going to use the Reels, the My Story, are you going to use carousels? Are you going to use LinkedIn? So can you see all these questions that you have to ask? You cannot be all over. And content planning, it is key. Hey, that's another mistake I've made. I was all over the show. I was blogging. I tried Facebook, YouTube. The only thing I didn't try was TikTok and Instagram. Those two were just lost courses for me. But I tried all of these. And then I was so exhausted. I was burned out. And then I went away for like 6 months or a year because I just couldn't handle it. So now, when you choose a platform, like for me, I'm just comfortable with YouTube, right? But that is for me. So you need to find out what works for you and what speaks to your client base, to your target market, right? Because you might find you are comfortable on YouTube, but your clients are all hanging out on TikTok. So then YouTube won't work for you. So think of what are you selling, right? What are you selling? Who are you selling it to? And where do you find them? And how are you going to, what are you going to do to be consistent, right? So that's part, it all forms part of your marketing system. So you have to decide which platform and stick to it. And don't go all over because it is very difficult in the beginning to find your rhythm, to find what works. Like say for instance for this live, this one I planned it, I scheduled this live, right? So with the scheduling, I had time to create the thumbnail, the title, description, the tags, the hashtags, and I used ChatGPT to help me with those and Canva. So this is just for one live. So when you work out your marketing strategy and you think of the platform, you also have to consider how much work do I have to put in for me to show up consistently and to really speak to the clients, speak to the people I really want to speak to. Because yes, it's so tiring when you got a promise like watch this, like this one. This is the untold formula of building a thriving business, and only to find someone is selling a product. Hey man, no, you don't want a product. You want information that you can apply to your business, to your needs, that will answer your questions. So just bear that in mind. Don't start with the selling without giving content, without giving at least one tip, so that someone can say, okay, I never thought of it this way, or at least, she spoke a lot, but I learned this one thing. So that is your systems. So just to wrap up, right? Because normally I do get carried away. You must have noticed it by now. So now you have your pillars, you have your systems. Now this is from me, the hard knocks of business, of what I have learned the hard way. And for me to become successful, these were the things I had to change and I had to accept and I had to learn, right? The first thing I had to learn, set clear boundaries. And your boundaries, you must reinforce them constantly. It's not like I'm setting boundaries today and they are fine. I know how to deal with this client now. It will work for the next client. No. With every new client or customer that you get, you have to reinforce the boundaries. You must actually, your boundaries, write them down, print them out in hard copy. Don't even put them on your phone where you can see it, but print them out, put it against wherever you are working from, whether it's an office, whether it's your bedroom, whether it's the lounge, whether you work from your car, wherever it is, you put those boundary notes, you put it everywhere, so that every single time you interact with your client, you can remember, be paid on time. Boundary number one, So Set your boundaries, stick to it, and make it clear, because customers and clients will always push your boundaries. And the key is to be able to say no. Hey, if you can't say no, you will be doing work that you have not been paid for. You will be giving away products and always have to listen to excuses because people are not paying. The golden word in business is no. This is not going to work for me. No, you haven't paid me yet. I can't do the service. No, this is not part of the quote that I have given you. No, you never mentioned this before. Here's the email, the communication between you and me. So boundaries are clear. This is a painful one. And all the times that I was bitten and I became bitter, it was because I did not set clear boundaries. It is crucial. Clear boundaries include when can they communicate with you, right? Because you find in some businesses, right, if you're in the business of coaching or mentoring, you will find now people want to call you 11 p.m. at night. Hey, or they want to call you 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. and maybe when you are having dinner in a restaurant. No. So part of your boundaries is when can you communicate? Another one, you know the question marks on WhatsApp that you get? They send a message and if you don't respond, they send question marks. Nah, So that's another part of boundaries. They must know that when they contact you or they call you, you're not always available. Even if you are, you must create the perception that you are very busy. They must wait for your call. They must wait for you to respond and not, you can't, if someone calls you, then you respond 2 hours later, right? So you have to find that balance. Because there are some clients who are extremely demanding, and I dodged a bullet with one of them. Yo, I was so happy when he said, my invoice, I'm too expensive. I was like, thank you, he's gone, right? So that was a blessing in disguise. But what I'm saying is there must be balance, because sometimes a client has a crisis and they call you, then you must be able to answer immediately. Or when you are available. But then you get the client. He wants to bother you every 5 minutes with nonsense, right? And normally those are the ones they don't want to pay. So with your assistant or your receptionist or your admin person, they must also know about your boundaries and your balance. If you have a hard time saying no, right? Because it's in your nature. You can't change who you are unless you get hit so hard that you have to change the things that don't work. But if you don't have the guts to say no, then you need a person between you and your client. That is crucial. The second thing is treat your business not as a by the way, but treat your business as the vehicle that will bring you wealth. Treat it as the vehicle that will grow and expand. So you don't like today, I don't feel like it, I'll see tomorrow, I'll do it. No, you have to deal with your emotions, because it's not every day I feel like doing a live, but I have to show up. I have to do the live. It's not every day that I want to feel like doing accounting. There are days that I absolutely hate it, but I must still do it because the job needs to be done. I would love to just sit every day and design my thumbnails, to do the thumbnails, to look for descriptions, to chat with ChatGPT. I love that. If I could constantly learn the whole day, I would do that. I love it. But it's not possible to do that all the time. So deal with your emotions and do what needs to be done every single day. If you don't do that, it will catch up with you. The third thing is consistency. It's show up and then also to be consistent. When I say consistent, I'm not saying that you must do 5,000 things every day. Find the one thing that you can do every day, but it will grow your business. And yeah, so that is in a nutshell. That's it about building a real thriving business, right? Because this is for you. It's your life, your business, your dream. And in the beginning, right, many of us started out, like when I started out with bookkeeping and then moved into accounting, I was so in love with it. I enjoyed it. And now I hate it. I don't like it anymore. So instead of giving up that part of the business, I thought, how do I reinvent myself? What is it that set my soul on fire? So now I've moved to course creation because all those lessons that I have learned, all those disappointments and the setbacks and the things that worked, that made me happy, that caused my business to grow, the right clients, those were lessons. So now I've taken those lessons and packaged them into courses. And that is what makes me happy. Did I say goodbye to accounting? No, I didn't. But you have to make it worth my while to sit and do accounting again. So that is in a nutshell, just my story and my perspective of how to grow a business. Find the thing that works for you. Find the thing that makes it worthwhile, because you don't want to do all that work and not get paid. That will kill you faster than anything else. Set your boundaries. So let me just recap before I speak until next year this time. So let me just recap, right? So your 4 pillars, it's the right offer, the right price, the right systems, and the right mindset. So those are your 4 pillars. You can add any other pillar to that you think it's crucial for your business. Then the systems, the crucial systems, it's your document system, it is your financial management system, your client management system, and your marketing system. And of course, add on to that. Oh, I almost forgot the thing that made my life 10 times so much better. AI. Use AI. Don't listen to the naysayers about AI this and AI that. I can say to you, my productivity and my just so many things like productivity, my efficiency, the speed at which I'm working, it has increased, I can confidently say, with 100%. I work faster, I work better, I work smarter, thanks to AI. And then to automate, get your accounting software. As a belief man too, don't stick to Excel for your bookkeeping and your accounting. Use your accounting software. It just makes things so much easier. Let Excel be your backup. Then in terms for design, it's Canva, there's Loom, there's Coda, there is, oh my gosh, there's Trello, there's Monday.com. Look around and see what works for your business to automate things so that you don't have to sit there and figure out, like, how did you get that thumbnail? Use Canva. I use Canva for my thumbnails. For my descriptions and my titles, I use ChatGPT, but also there's Gemini, there's Claude, there's Copilot of Microsoft. Play around and find the one that works for you. I will just end off with this, right? Please, before you take your hard-earned money and then pass it over to someone, ask yourself, do I really need this? How will this system make my life better? Not of what they say, but my life. What am I going to use this for? Right? These are crucial questions because everyone all of us, we are salespeople. We are trying to sell something all the time, right? So you who is buying, or you when you are selling, you're selling something of value. But when you buy, don't buy because they said you must be fashionable. It's the trend. Everyone is doing it. Sorry, and this improved my life 10 times more. No, it worked for me, right? Like I love ChatGPT. You might find Gemini works better, or Claude works better, or whatever other AI there is, because now you have so many options. So, do I really need it? Does this really work for me? And how and where will I apply this in my business? Because when you have a business, the key to success is to manage your money well. You must spend with an open heart, an open mind. But when your money goes, you want to release it with confidence because you know that I'm getting something back that will make a difference in my life, right? And you're also blessing someone else with your money. So, but you must still value and respect and honor every cent. So that's in a nutshell how to grow a sustainable business. So can you see it's not just one thing, it's many pieces of the puzzle that you have to fit into one big puzzle to complete the picture. So thank you for watching, and I'm so sorry for earlier on where the light was too bright. I thought I looked like a little angel, but actually I look like a ghost. But thank you. Please watch out for my other videos. I will be back tomorrow morning at 9:15 South African time. Thank you to everyone who has been watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.